both knees on the ground, like this position, even here, I always want to be completely on my side, right? Even if he's really low and keeping pressure, this is still a very defensible position for me. The last thing I ever want is to be flat on my back with my knees facing up towards the ceiling like this, because that means he's pretty much one step away from either mounting or taking his leg out and side mounting it. So when he stands up like that, it kind of messes up the half guard. I can't just stay here anymore. If I just stay here, one option that he might use is to cut my hip and to start sliding his knee through for a basic knee cut pass, which we actually did in basics from a kneeling position. Another opportunity he might have is to turn his toes that way and to do like a, not even a sit through, but like a smash pass where you land on both knees and you kind of put your chest, So he's kind of folding my knees together, flattening me out, using his legs to untangle my feet, and then passing my guard that way, right? So, as soon as someone stands up in the half guard, we have to treat it very much like the open guard. The first thing I usually do is I grab his foot with either this hand or my inside hand. Okay? Whichever one I feel is a little bit more natural in that moment. If I grab with this hand, it's a little bit better because now I can open up and start playing an open guard position, right? Which really puts me that much further away from him passing my guard. But if he just stood up, sometimes I'm stuck holding with this hand on the heel here. You guys see this? So I'm just cupping the heel. You can also hold the pant leg here, it's not wrong, but any kind of grip on his heel or on his foot is good. And now, if he decides to try that same knee cut pass and basically try to put his knee on the mat here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook my toes around his thigh. See that? So the same leg that's inside the half guard here, I'm hooking my toes and biting onto his thigh like that. All right? So already his ability to put his knee on the ground where he wants it is difficult. Right? If he continues to try, maybe he puts his hand on my hip or on my shoulder to try to flatten me out, like this kind of deal here, then what I'm going to do is take my other leg and I'm going to step right across his belt line. And once I have this position, there's no more knee cut pass. Completely takes it away. No matter how hard he tries to drive his knee to the ground, I can manage the distance between us very easily. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do is just get into this position, just so we're comfortable with the transition, so there's not too much of a gap of control, where he could just pass the guard very quickly. So one more time, if we're on the knees, right? We find ourselves in the half guard position, and I'm not talking like this kind of half guard. Here, he's not likely to stand up. He's already got me flattened out. He's probably going to try to pass from this position, but if he's unable to achieve that neck hug, right? He tries to reach for the neck, maybe I'm blocking the bicep, framing the neck. This is normally when he might decide to stand up. And as he gets up on both feet, right away, I have to grab the heel. Inside foot grabs the heel, I hook the knee, this foot steps across the waist. And have your partner try to touch the knee down to the mat, and you can use pretty much as much effort as you want at this point, even if he has grips on my lapel. The fact is, I'm stepping his hip, kicking away, and I'm also keeping his knee in a hooked kind of bent position. So it's very difficult for him to touch down, okay? So real quick, if you're down on this side, half guard position, right? I would like to be low, or I would like to stand up. So if I stand up, yep, he has my heel, he has his foot hooking, and he has this outside foot stepping right across the belt line. That's the idea. Okay? So it's very similar to the daily Hiba guard, where we hook with the outside foot, but they call this reverse daily Hiba. Because he's hooking with his inside foot and stepping with the outside foot. That's the difference. Does that make sense for everybody?
Shoot. It kind of looks like it's going to work itself out naturally. Is there a particular angle that you're looking for on the bottom to like maintain? I don't know. The problem with daily Hiba is it always feels so like frail. Like they can just kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're both similar. Daily Hiba and reverse daily Hiba are similar insofar as if the person isn't actively trying to put pressure forward, your hook is going to feel loose.
Okay.
But the fact is, you don't really need a tight hook if they're not pressuring forward.
Right.
What you're more concerned with is the heel grip so they don't back away. But as I drive forward, the hook tightens up. And that's kind of the same with the regular daily Hiba too. You can keep your foot even unhooked if you want. You can just keep it dangling as long as your hand's on the heel. And as I drive forward, he can hook and then turn my knee inward a little bit and start to put pressure of his own. So yeah, you shouldn't need it unless they're really trying to put pressure with the knee. Cool. Any other questions? You guys good? All right, let's partner up. Give it a shot. 1, 2, 3, go.